Good day everyone, I'm Jarmi Natal Mercado and I will discuss about the project summary and the demand analysis for our CaCoffee Shop business. Now let's start with the project summary. The name of the business, CaCoffee Shop, was derived from the words cacao and coffee, which are the two primary components of our product. Everyone enjoys the taste and smell of coffee and chocolate. Since everyone enjoys trying new things, our team made the decision to develop a renowned coffee shop. Additionally, depending on the customer preference, this product seeks to provide our customer with a variety of coffee flavors, whether they preferred it hot or cold. For the sales and production plan, this chapter offers information that focuses on the integrated production process planning where those fundamental requirements are being presented and calculated. Let's proceed to the demand. The demand for the coffee and cacao will be based on the population of the area covered, coffee production based on the covered population per household. Assumption. Notes that 1,845 number of household in Barangay Labasan, Bungabong Oriental, Mindoro. Assume that CaCoffee Shop will be the supplier of 200 target household in Barangay Labasan area. Assume that the target household will buy 2 packs of the product CaCoffee. Suppose that every month the number of households willing to buy the product increases by 50% of the target household. This table is the demand analysis for classic coffee. The population per home for the projected business area coverage, which is the Barangay Labasan, Bungabong Oriental, Mindoro, is shown in this table, as well as the demand per classic coffee, which is started with an assumption of 45% of the population for the first 2 months, increases to 20% in the following months. We can observe that the demand shown here is expressed in units and represent the overall demand for classic coffee in the specified area. Next is the demand analysis for signature coffee. Along with the demand for signature coffee, this table shows the population per household in the projected business area coverage, which in Barangay Labasan, Bungabong Oriental, Mindoro. The percentage of consumption of signature coffee is assumed in this table to be the same for the classic coffee. As a result, the market's demand for signature coffee is equal to classic coffee. And the last table is about the demand analysis for signature choco. This table of the demand for signature choco demonstrates how the population in the target market for the company represents the demand for the product. Additionally, the estimated population per household for the Barangay Labasan, Bungabong Oriental, Mindoro area serve as the foundation for the total population count in this analysis. So that is all about the demand of CaCoffee Shop. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I am Ron Arnold M. Anastasio and I'm going to discuss about supply analysis. Supply. The supply analysis of the three products is based on the production quantity, each monthly production quantity, each monthly production cycle, and there the supply of the known supplier of coffee and cacao beans is added to the supply that the cacao coffee shop can provide the market. Assumption. The established supplier for the classic coffee and signature coffees is the same while there is different supplier for the signature choco. Assume that in every production cycle in the coffee shop, it's 50% of the total production outcome supplied of the coffee will be sold and the other 50% of supplied cacao is sold. This is the table of classic coffee. In the month of January, known supplier of coffee and cacao beans is 500, CaCoffee Shop is 105, total supply 605. In the month of February, the non-supplier of coffee and cacao beans is 500, CaCoffee Shop is 122, total supply is 622. In the month of March, the non-supplier of coffee and cacao beans is 500, CaCoffee Shop is 150, and total supply is 650. In the month of April, the non-supplier of coffee and cacao beans is 500 also, and the CaCoffee Shop is 195, total supply 695. This table presents total supply that non-supplier and CaCoffee Shop can supply to the target market. The non-supplier we use is from Mr. Manubat Farm, which can supply 500 kg of coffee and cacao beans per month. Moreover, CaCoffee Shop can supply 50% of total produce every cycle to be sold for classic coffee. This is the table of signature coffee. In the month of January, the non-supplier of coffee and cacao beans is 250, CaCoffee Shop is 75, total supply is 325. In the month of February, the non-supplier of coffee and cacao beans is 250, CaCoffee Shop is 98, total supply 348. In the month of March, non-supplier of coffee and cacao beans is 250, CaCoffee Shop is 120, total supply is 370. In the month of April, non-supplier of coffee and cacao beans is 250, CaCoffee Shop 150, total supply is 400. The total supply that reputable supplier and the coffee shop can provide to the intended market is shown in this table. The well-known source we use is Mr. Mangubat Farms, which has a monthly capacity of 200 kg of coffee beans. Additionally, CaCoffee can provide 26% of its annual total production to be sold to the signature coffee. This is the table of signature cacao. In the month of January, non-supplier of coffee and cacao beans is 250, CaCoffee Shop is 84, total supply is 334. In the month of February, the non-supplier of coffee and cacao beans is 250, CaCoffee Shop is 99, total supply is 349. In the month of March, non-supplier of coffee and cacao beans is 250, CaCoffee Shop is 134, total supply is 384. In the month of April, non-supplier of coffee and cacao beans is 250, CaCoffee Shop is 150, total supply is 405. This table shows us the entire supply that CaCoffee Shop and well-known supplier can offer target market. The only source we knew who sells cacao beans is Mr. Martinez. Thus, she is the one we use each month. She can provide 250 kg of cacao.
Hi, I'm Kevin Ramirez and I discussed the demand and supply gap. Through this study, we were able to identify the discrepancy between the supply we can provide the market and the demand required for coffee shop product. The gap was calculated by dividing the difference between supply and demand by the total amount of demand. The percentage of the gap between the unmet and total demand is represented by the unmet. This is the table of demand and supply analysis for classic coffee. This table presents the gap between the demand and supply of classic coffee in the market and the unsatisfied, which is the percentage of this gap. As a result, there is a substantial disparity between supply and demand, with the unsatisfied rigging between 49% and 58%. Demand and supply analysis for signature copy. The discrepancy between market demand and supply for signature copy is shown in this table along with the percentage of consumer that are unsatisfied. As a result, there is a significant disconnect between supply and demand, with the unmet need consistently standing at 76%. And last is the table of demand and supply analysis for signature cacao. This demand and supply gap analysis of signature choco show the representation of the gap between the demand and supply, particularly in coffee shop. Here, the basis of the analysis is the data in the supply analysis. As a result, there is a large gap between the demand and the supply of signature cacao, which is the unsatisfied consistent at 77%. So that is all about the demand and supply gap. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Lalaine Labay, and today I will discuss the market share and projected sale. The topic that I will discuss is the market share. This figure represents the percentage of market share of CaCoffee Shop. According to the data that we calculate, Supplier 1 provides 25% of the whole market share, followed by Supplier 2 who provides over 90 19%, Supplier 3 who provides 24%, and CaCoffee Shop who provides 32% of overall market share. Additionally, there is a significant impact for the proposed business to expand in order to become the leading coffee and cacao supplier in Barangay Labasan, Bongabong, Oriental Mindoro area. As its business continue to run, CaCoffee Shop hopes to grow its market share and the top coffee shop in town. The next figure is projected sale. Projected sales of Classic Coffee. In the month of January, the produce per unit is 47 and the price per unit is 50. The projected sale is 2,350. In the month of February, produce per unit is 55. The projected sales is 2,750. In the month of March, produce per unit is 87. The projected sale is 4,350. And lastly, the month of April, produce per unit is 100. The projected sales is 5,000. Total of 14,450. The projected sales for Signature Coffee. In the month of January, produce per unit is 50. Projected sale is 2,500. In the month of February, the produce per unit is 79 and the projected sale is 3,950. In the month of March, the produce per unit is 84. The projected sale is 4,200. In the month of April, produce per unit is 132. The projected sale is 6,600 and the total of 17,250. Projected sales of Signature Cacao. In the month of January, the produce per unit is 32 and the projected sale is 1,600. In the month of February, the produce per unit is 62 and the projected sale is 3,100. In the month of March, produce per unit is 99 and the projected sale is 4,950. In the month of April, the produce per unit is 107 and the projected sale is 5,350 and the total of 15,000.
Hi, my name is Michelle F. Makalalat, BSN Trep 1-2. The product is CaCoffee Shop. Manufacturing service process. Product development process. Step 1, preparing ingredients. Step 2, mixing of ingredients. Step 3, packaging. Step 1, preparing of ingredients. Prepare all the tools, ingredients, and utensils that we will use of the production. Step 2, mixing of ingredients. After preparing and measure, mix all the ingredients based on the product choosing to make. Step 3, packaging. Usually packaged in the polyethylene bags to retain the aromatic qualities, so it must be hermetically sealed. It's usually packaged in heparable plastic film, aluminum foil, or cans. Production schedule. The target of activities for the monthly production process are listed below. Using this production schedule, we will help you complete all these tasks on time. Week and months, main activity and target, and concerned personnel. Week 1 contain necessary supplier and beginning to procure the items required for the production cycle. Concerned personnel components is Army Mercado, Michelle Makalalad, Ron Anastasio, Leling Labay, Kevin Ramirez. Week 2, carving the cacao and coffee beans to manufacture for of the 3 products. Week 3, production and packaging of the processed coffee and cacao from profit wheel. Help in making classic coffee, signature coffee, and signature cacao, 100 packs of each product, total of 300 packs. Week 4, selling and distributing of the 3 products for the marketing. Tools and equipment. Item. Coffee grinder. This coffee grinder is device that is used to grind whole coffee beans into digestible size and brewer. Mixing bowl. Mixing bowl has the deep surface used for mixing all the ingredients. Sir training. SIP find the mess training of SEP is device used is the breaking up the any lumps in the coffee and cacao powder. Spoon is used to scoop the dry ingredients in its enough measurement that will be used. Measuring cups used to measure the volume of liquid or both solid cooking ingredients such as flour and sugar. Gloves. Disposable gloves serves as additional protective layer to help to prevent food bacterial. Packaging bags, usually packaging in the foil lens bags to retain its aromatic quantity so it must be hermetically sealed. It is usually packaging in immertable plastic films, aluminum fuels, or cans. Raw materials, particular description in quantity, price per unit, and cost. Coffee beans. Robusta beans have higher caffeine content and lower sugar content. Cacao beans comes the flow paste and liquor from which cacao powder and chocolates are made. Sugar as a sweetener and perceptive texture modifier fermentation, substrates flavor and the chlorine agent and bulking agent. Milk powder, a number of different types of milk powder have been used in chocolates and coffee. Honey is an all-natural sweetener leader itself as an ingredient that pairs well with chocolates. Cacao butter. Cacao butter used to make chocolate as it has a cacao flavor and aroma. Chocolate chips is it will contribute the structure of the signature cacao.
It's me again, Jaarmi Mercado, and we will talk about the plant location. The CaCoffee Shop will be situated in Barangay Labasan, Bungabong, Oriental, Mindoro. The benefit of our prepared location is that there are plenty of resources there for our products, making the ideal area to set up our production company. Additionally, there will be two barangays of our primary source of coffee and chocolate, which from Barangay Tawas and Barangay Carmundo. And here is the production facility, where the three products of CaCoffee Shop production will take place, which is the classical coffee, signature coffee, and signature cacao. Now, for the raw materials and supply, as the second most important raw products in Barangay Tawas, Bungabong, Oriental, Mindoro, the CaCoffee Shop will purchase supplies of both coffee and cacao beans there. If one of the products is low in supply, the neighboring barangay in Carmundo, Bungabong, Oriental, Mindoro will be the supplier. In the Bungabong market, raw materials, tools, and equipment will be purchased. Water supply is important for washing all the tools and equipment to use. Furthermore, having a water supply helps maintaining the cleanliness of the facilities and the hygiene of the people handling the products. Waste disposal is important to maintain the cleanliness of the product processing and facilities. It will use the 3R, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle. Segregate the non-biodegradable to biodegradable. And this is the last table for the chapter 3, the production cost of CaCoffee Shop. Direct material is 1,500, direct labor 5,000, manager 2,000, laborer 1 1,000, laborer 2 1,000, and laborer 3 1,000, while the utilities is 3,200. The overall total cost is 9,700 pesos. Once again, this is the business proposal of CaCoffee Shop, and this idea are from Joarmi Mercado, Michelle Macalalad, Lalaine Contreras Labay, Kevin Ramirez, and Ron Anastasio. Thank you very much.